Finally, we're at Nathu La Pass, and we've had our darshan. दर्शन ही बोलना चाहिए क्योंकि मंदिर है ये तो, protected by the gods in the form of humans, which are our Indian army men who are here 40,000 feet above sea level. मेरे हाथ ठंडे पड़े. I can't, not being able to process this. It's so cold, frostbite, I don't know what. It's chilly. I can't imagine people staying here. I can't imagine being here even for like an hour more. And here there are people protecting us at a sensitive area like Indo-China border. And it's crazy.
If you're staying in Gangtok, you can easily take a day trip to explore East Sikkim tourist places. That includes Nathu La Pass, Changu Lake, and Baba Mandir. All you need to do is book a local taxi that you will find around MG Mark in Gangtok. Most local taxis offer day trip services and some can also assist you to North Sikkim. But the first thing your local driver will ask you is a photocopy of your identity proof and 2 passport size photos. Then they will take permit to confirm that the route to Nathu La Pass is open. Upon confirmation, you can set out the following day. These areas are often closed during heavy snow, so summertime and autumn are perfect for visit. To ease out this process, I'm adding details of the driver who took us to East Sikkim at the end of this vlog. Nathu La Pass is 14,140 feet above sea level and there are chances to feel breathless. It can also be extremely cold if you haven't experienced such high altitude. We were geared up with an oxygen cylinder, but luckily we didn't have to use it. We were also layered up with jackets from Decathlon to bear the cold. Every part of our bodies were covered except our faces. So, your checklist has to include layered clothings, gloves to cover your hands, jackets to protect you from wind and cold, socks, and heavy duty boots or sneakers. On the way, you will find people selling chocolates, popcorn, and camphor. Eating chocolates and popcorn supply oxygen to muscles, which is necessary during high altitude trips. Smelling camphor helps in nasal decongestion, and keeping it with you can help at a time when you feel breathless. However, it is recommended to not overdo smelling camphor as it can also bring side effects.
We were supposed to see Kanchenjunga on this side, but bad luck.
Bad luck because it's cloudy today,
Yeah.
so we missed the view, but we are enjoying the tea. And the coffee.
This is the place you come to have coffee, buy shawls, and sunglasses, gloves, topi, and everything.
So this was Tashi viewpoint, which was unfortunately all covered in fog. There are more spots on the way where you would want to stop and click pictures if the skies are clear. But since it was all covered in fog for us, we headed right to have breakfast. Our driver knew a shop where we could have Maggie, momos, tea, and we could order food for lunch.
So, on our way to Nathula, this is where we are having our breakfast.
It's so cute, doggo.
Where? Oh,
Behind. I know.
ole babale. He's hiding behind him.
Shoo.
Hi, Poche. Koche.
Oh ho. लगेगा नहीं उसको. Hello.
Interestingly, it had a flight of stairs downwards that I used to avail washroom facilities, but to my surprise, it had the most beautiful view.
So right now we have stopped for breakfast while going to Nathu La Pass, and so this is small little dhaba where we've come to have momos and Maggie, and I just wanted to check out if there was a loo. We came downstairs and I can't imagine this, we were going to miss this view if we did not come to the loo. It's embarrassing, but it's hilarious. Just check this out.
For a minute, I was happy to get nature's call, to literally experience folds of mountains and a water stream going by. We filled up on Momo and Maggie and began our journey towards Nathu La Pass. Local drivers are allowed till a certain extent, but the route after that is carried out under complete supervision. We didn't have to do anything because these are settled among the authorities and the local drivers. We changed the jeep that took us to Nathu La Pass.
We've changed the car to go to Nathu La Pass.
This is one of the Indo-China border areas where photography was not allowed. It has a statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj amidst black and brown mountains, and it definitely makes a great selfie podium. Once we walk down after seeing the border area, there is a tent where we can buy food. Army personals arrange this for us to acclimatize and rest because it is quite uncommon for tourists to be at such a high elevation.
क्या खा रहे और हम खा रहे सिंगाड़ा.
Our next stop is at a descent of 13,123 feet above sea level, and this place was established in honor of Baba Harbhajan Singh. The honorary captain served the Indian Army between 1965 and 68 and martyred soon after. Even after death, he kept coming into the dreams of soldiers to tell them about enemy attackers. Many times, army people felt like someone slapped them when they were starting to fall asleep on duty. Such incidents made people realize that the soul of the man was still protecting the place, and that is what led to making a shrine. Our last stop is Changu Lake, which falls on the way, but it's best to stop by while you're descending.
Currently at the last location for the third day at Sikkim, and this is Changu Lake. I'll show you. There are lots of yak here.
We were lucky to experience snowfall for the first time and also see yak. But as soon as the area started getting covered in snow, our driver asked us to begin our return trip. We stopped to have fried rice, omelette, and tasted the best salad ever. We had already pre ordered for lunch, and once we were done, it was time to go back home. If you want to travel to Gangtok, you can contact Lakpa Chiring Bhutia. He was the person who took us to East Sikkim while his brother took us to Roomtek and Gangtok. I share these numbers because I want to advocate for vocal guides, but I don't have any financial interest behind this. I just want you to have a contact point and for them to have some business. If you hire them through me, please do tell them hi and please do subscribe.